Hey, I'm SmokeHouse. I belong to Hammock Farms in Backpacking, Arkansas, and I've made actually a little product called the SmokeHouse, among other things. Anyway, some of the guys that I built for wanted me to show them how I set it up and the easiest way, so this is a little film to show everybody how I set it up and some of the things that you can do with it. So this is it. It weighs about 1.99, so it's actually 2 pounds is what it is. It's 14 inches by around 5.5 to 6 inches round, and pull it out. This one belongs to someone that I'm fixing to mill it to. So anyway, usually do the red tabs for the ridge line that connects to the tree, and then we'll do this. I usually hang it about between these two trees are about 18 and a half foot apart, so I'm going to hang it about 6 foot high. The doors are around 5 foot to the ground. You want it just above the ground, the doors, so around 6 to 6'3", something like that is where you want to hang this one, since it's 18 foot apart. What I do is when I usually hang this, I'll either wrap it around twice or once, and I'll just kind of go over it like this, and then I'll come back and I'll put a little bit of a hatchet knot. Give it a little bit of tension, not much, but just a little bit. Again, just come around like this, give it another little bit of a hitch knot, and then you're done. At this point, I've got some stakes over here. I'm going to use sticks from the ground, stakes. At least carry 4 good stakes to stake the main part of it down. And then you can stake off the rest with the sticks. So a lot of times what I do, or you can carry your stakes, whatever you like. So I'll normally go ahead and stake the wall corners off first. A little bit of tension on it, not too much. Then I'll come over here and I'll stake this middle one out first on the other side. Just so it's centered. And then at this point, you can level stake the ends of them off. I've got some, you can use your tracking poles, or you can use some regular tent poles. If you've got some tent poles, that's up to you. Usually when you're backpacking, you want to use tracking poles. Watch your foot, Ted. I got Too Tall Ted filming me over here, so he's doing a pretty good job. So anyway, I'm going to use the tent poles, just because I've got them pre-made already. And actually the tent post doesn't come with this. I normally use a tent post for like a base camp, car camping or boat camping. So at this point, it's very well set up. What you can do is tie a little piece of string or something around here, stake this to the ground, or really you're going to be using stakes anyway. Just stake this to the ground and you're good to go. You do, if it's really windy, you do have a another little tie out here that you can use if you need to. And you have another tie out here if you need to. And also a center one here if it's really bad, snowy, rainy, whatever. At that point, you can tie this off to a stick right here and then come to the ground. So let's go ahead and tie off these doors. You can set these doors up in any way, just kind of crisscross them. To whatever length you need. And then your hammock actually come out right here. And then you do the same for the other side. Also, I have a little extra tab right here to stay down when you're using the stove. And that way the door doesn't fly back and accidentally touch the stove when it's running. So let's go ahead and take the other one down. If you need to, you can stake these doors completely closed, and you can actually have them in this position, or you can come out here, however you need to do it, whatever's best for whatever terrain that you're in. This ground is getting hard. And so that's pretty much setting it up. I do have some extra tie-outs here. In case it's really windy, you can bring some extra rope or cord and tie out in different locations all the way around. On the back side, I have some extra tie-outs here. And I have a little center pull out here that you can pull out with some cord. It does have a 5-inch cat cut in the ridge line, and it's pretty stable. So anyway, one of the features of this is the stove jack, and this is the stove jack right here. Pull the cover off. This right here has some Velcro. This little piece here, Velcro it back down. When you get this, you might want to take some silicone and some mineral spirits and mix it together to a thin milkshake. And you might want to, and you really want to coat this put a little thin layer on here. Then you want to put a thin layer on this ridge line and this cross ridge line and this main ridge line on the top and underneath both, and let it dry for a couple hours to make sure it's going to dry okay. Now this is the smokehouse put up. I've got my little 11-foot hammock in it right now. As you can see, it's set up right here. And this is the back side of it, or one side anyway. And as far as looking in it, we'll open up one of these doors and let me do something here. Let's get this out of the way. So attach the door over there. So the way I've got this set up is one side is low. You just don't need any room on one side. The other side is where you need all the room. And I have a little line across the middle so you can hang clothing, socks, whatever is wet in here to get dry. This is where the stove port is, or the stove jack. So it's going to fit here. I'll show you how to put that up here in a minute. And like I said, I have a little 11-foot whipped in hammock in here. And on this back wall over here, I've got another little tie out. So you can actually pull this hammock up against the wall over here to get it out of the way. So you have plenty of room in here in case you need, in case you have others that you're backpacking with and you want to stay warm. Say it's 0 degrees or 20 degrees, whatever, out here. And you just need a place to get out of the wind or the cold. So this is it set up.